Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a broad taste in music, and today is finally the day that I get to listen to Joji's new album, Nectar. I've been waiting for this thing ever since it was announced way earlier in the year, and I was also there when it was supposed to be released July 10th, because nobody told me that it got delayed. But now here we are, people have been waiting, and I've been waiting. Now I know it's been kind of a running gimmick, the whole I'm Joji's Harshest Critic thing. I've been waiting for this album so long, and it feels like Joji's been having to deal with so much shit that I just want to see if the music is good. There's no reason why I want this to be bad. I'm gonna be sitting through an hour of music from Joji, and if this sucks, I'm gonna be really upset. If you want to know what my opinions are on Gimme Love and Run, I have 2 videos on those. You can check those out. And yeah, I'm just gonna get right into this because I actually have no clue what the hell to say. Looking at the track list here, it's 53 minutes of music, 18 songs, which means we might have to do a 2-parter, which I know you guys love. I know you guys love the 2-part videos, where sometimes there is no such thing as a part 2, you know? It's like a mystery. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste any more time. The first song here is called Ew, you know, rightfully so. Oh, please be good, Joji. Please make a good album, please. I'm begging. All right, here we go. First track, Ew. Got the lo-fi piano type beat. Seems like the first song here is a bit of a slower track, like a slow intro. He's talking about the same thing he talks about on every single song he does. What is love? What is life? Who knows? I do expect a lot from him, and it is a situation where he does have to really prove himself on this album. Pipe Panic made a really good point in his review talking about how Joji is kind of like not there yet. Like, people really do see him as just below being like a big artist. Once you see Filthy Frank and then see Joji, it's like such an incredible change. You really do have to impress me. I think Run was a song that did that. So yeah, he's trying to figure out what love and life means over a pretty minimal beat. It's okay. I don't mind. Alright, this song's growing on me. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna get an orchestral outro. Sort of like how Gimme Love was, I guess. I like the chords being played on these pianos. They're kind of like demented. Alright, Joji, not a bad start. The rating scale for today is as follows. If I like a song, I'm going to be giving it the smiley ball. If I think it's okay, just alright, I'm gonna give it the shrug. And if I think it's bad, I'm going to give it the red headphones. And that's basically it. That song was interesting. It's an interesting way to start off the album because he doesn't know what love is. He just wants to be let go of, and he's dealing with all these mental issues. His singing has improved so much. It's hard not to acknowledge that. His voice really has gone from just grating and annoying and boring to sounding angelic and truly lifting up a track. I think there was a point in there like when I really, you know, was catching feelings for Joji, you know? That being said, I still thought it was kind of a boring intro. I'm gonna actually end up giving it the shrug, but I think it's a good, a decent start. It's a decent start. I want to see where you go with this. Next track, Modus. All right, so we got the piano intro again. Good beat. All right, lyrics are kind of still a little. There are such thing as non-sad boy hours. I'm pretty sure Joji has been happy once in his life. You know, like at least once, you know. I'm not saying you gotta always be happy, but you gotta at least tap into something here that isn't just endless bullshit. I mean, these lyrics really are not going anywhere. They are like Lund level of lyrics. Have you guys ever heard a Lund song before? I heard it once like 3 years ago, and I'll never forget how bad the lyrics were. The year of the lyrics, the right year. Like, it's terrible. It's absolutely abysmal. And it follows the same sort of pattern here, where it's like, you know, oh, speed it up, I need control, need to live 1,000 times, can I stop, can I cry? It's poetic just enough so that it doesn't come off as bullshit. It's a little much. You know, it's a little over the top. I think that he's lacking a bit of perspective here. I know exactly how Joji feels right now, but I also know that the music that I personally enjoy listening to takes stuff like that and adds at least a little bit of like light to it. And not just light as in, you know, happiness, but light as in like potential, optimism, something that has some sort of like, you know, hope for the future. Alright, Alright, you're switching up flows, she's keeping it kind of interesting in that way. Alright, another little outro here. That song really doesn't add anything new to the Joji camp. It's like him kind of talking about his depression in a different way here. Especially that I've seen treasures in the bloom, but I'm not strong enough. He just can't pick himself up to do anything, which, okay. It's pretty simple. I gotta admit, Joji's songwriting has improved quite a bit. From the days of In Tongues from here, it is definitely an improvement, but I still don't think it's something that I really care too much about. Right now, that song for me is a shrug. It was kind of like everything I was expecting with a slightly different coat of paint. And that's really all I can say for it. Next song we got here is Tik Tok. This is a cool beat. Kind of sounds like some of the early shit he used to do.
Heavy like a brick truck, looking like I'm Tik Tok, shining like your wristwatch. I'ma grab your wrist, lock the out, and you stick around for a minute till the ring stops.
These are actually some really cool beats. How much credit does Joji have in terms of the production? It seems like this was produced by someone else, which wasn't the whole big appeal of Joji, the fact that he was producing his own music. And doesn't taking that away kind of take away the authenticity of it? Oh wait, no, he's the arranger and the recording engineer and all this shit? Okay, alright. I don't know, man. I don't know what I expect from Joji, but I just want more than him just blending into the crowd, you know?
As time keeps slipping away, girl, don't start feeling away. You and I, we are one and the same.
Congratulations, Joji. Round of applause to Joji. He has managed to hit the perfect balance between too good for me to call garbage and not good enough for me to call ambitious. That was extremely mediocre, and it was super short. Felt like it just was abrupt and didn't really develop into anything. Oh, I'm running out of time, you know. I just want to hit the jackpot. I just wish I was with you, girl. Please, girl, please look at me when I'm looking at you at the lunch table, you know. That was actually somewhat of a step down from the last track. Decent beat though, but I don't think I would ever come back to that song for anything. Just personally. Next song we got here, Daylight with Diplo. I believe this was also a single. I didn't hear it though. It's so obvious Joji had nothing to do with this track. Oh, holy shit, there's so much compression on his voice. It's actually the best song so far already. I mean, Diplo's just kind of showing, to me at least, you know, the power of subtlety, space, and having a single bar where Joji isn't speaking. I don't know, it sounds bad saying it out loud, but it does actually help a lot to have like a little space where he's not singing, where the instrumental is kind of just playing a little bit of a part in the song. And that was Daylight. I'm gonna give that to Smiley Ball. That was the best song so far, which ironically I got really bored of by the end. So he's definitely just becoming a total pop star, total icon, you know, everything that I felt like his music was leading to. And it makes my job easy because that vision is simply just a more heavily produced, better written version of what he was doing before. I think releasing Run before this had my expectations really high, so I expect very high song quality, and right now you're showing me that this album does not need to be an hour in length, but it's still decent. I'm still gonna give it to Smiley Ball. Alright, Diplo, your production sounds pretty good with Joji, you know? I'd still probably change the channel on the radio, but okay. Next song we got is Upgrade. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds, and let's hope it's an actual upgrade in quality. Man, I don't know what it is, man. This lo-fi sound is so goddamn dry to me. It just exists. I don't know how you make an entire career off of this sound. I mean, I appreciate the fact that he's kind of reaching into his roots, but I don't know, man. I had really high expectations, and 1 minute 30 lo-fi track right now is not what I really want. I'm gonna have to give this to disagree. I'm really tired of this already. Alright, shrug. I don't think that there's anything to say here. Next song, Gimme Love. I've already heard Gimme Love. My opinion on this track when I first heard it is the first half is very boring and the second half is really good, but honestly, everything so far, I feel drained of all emotion right now. I feel like this music's done a really good job at making me feel nothing, which I have a feeling it's supposed to be doing, so I mean, I can give it points for that. Finally, something you can actually move to or do something to. Give me love. I like this. It's the first song that isn't glorified background music. It has life to it, and it's funny because when I first heard this song, I was so insulted by the first half how little life it had, but this has so much more life than literally the last 5 tracks combined. He doesn't know if he has a heartbeat. He doesn't know if he'll ever find love. You know, he feels empty inside. And I guess that's the point of the music, but this is the first song where I feel like I can understand that, where it actually has that optimism I've been looking for. Gimme Love is showing that he has a desire for something, not that he's just hopeless and wants to shit all over a fucking album. It's like actually something here of substance, and I love it. I actually really like the beginning of this track. It's grown on me quite a bit. Alright, Smiley Ball. It's the best song on this album so far. Certainly the most complete song so far. I think that its runtime actually benefits it. I like the fact that it takes actually a little bit of time in the beginning, even though the chorus is very repetitive. I don't think that it's too much of a problem. I actually am kind of bored of this second half. It's not as angelic as I remember. There's a dude saying that the first half of Gimme Love was better than the second half, and I called him insane. I called him crazy. And now I'm actually seeing myself agreeing with that opinion, which is kind of unbelievable. But I think it goes back to the fact that the beginning of this song had a heartbeat. It felt alive, and I could understand people finding comfort. What am I trying to say? I think there's a song that describes what I'm trying to say here. Hold on. Now, when you're being compared negatively to Blade, you know you fucked up. Alright, you know you fucked up real bad, but also Blade's kind of grown on me quite a bit. Not gonna lie. Be Nice to Me is one of those tracks where the lyrics actually really do complement the song and the feeling of it. Like, it's basically him saying, I don't care anymore. I'm so empty that if it's illegal, I don't mind. Joji, he's got a different way of coping with it, but it just doesn't work the same because there's like no reason to listen to this for me. I don't know, and I'm just gonna move on. Gimme Love is a good song, but yeah, okay. Next song, Run. Yeah, I've already heard this song. How tasted your skin? I'm not the one. That's all I need to hear. This song is as good as I remember. This is actually one of my favorite songs of the year, believe it or not. I know, from Joji. This song has actually grown on me quite a bit. It's certainly his best track. The reason it works so well is because his despair is, again, it's brought out even further with like luscious production, with a heavy drum that like almost feels like it's intensified, like it brings up the intensity of it. I don't feel like moaning over a couple of lo-fi pianos does jack shit, but this song quite literally is everything that I ever wanted from Joji. And it's sad to hear that, you know, it doesn't seem like a lot of these other tracks match up to this, but I still think that this song is worthy of praise and very worthy of the Smiley Ball. But not only that, I'm also going to be giving it the thumbs up because I think that Joji really knocked it out of the park with this track, and I think that like this is by far the most potential I've ever seen in him. I don't think he's all the way at the finish line yet for where he's going to be with an album, but I think that this is really a great start, like just a great spot for him just artistically. Next song is Sanctuary, a song that I feel like I've heard, but I actually don't even remember this track, so basically like a first reaction. Sanctuary. It's definitely one of the best beats of the album. Alright. That track is objectively good. It's objectively the Smiley Ball. However, I'm actually going to be giving it a shrug. I honestly think that at this point in the album, at this point in Joji's career, I'm really tired of these lyrics. I mentioned this before, but yeah, it really is becoming a little bit of a snooze fest. I get that he's looking for love, you know, I get it. But every goddamn track, man, like it's one of those tracks that was probably more impressive when it came out, but now that, you know, I've seen Run, like, I do expect his emotions to kind of pour out on the page a little more here. Everything is just less inspired than Run. And it's hard to really match up to that when it doesn't feel like he's all there. And that's what I'm here to judge. I'm not really in love with the music. So, shrug. Next song is called High Hopes. And I swear to God, if this song is not uplifting, I'm going to be really pissed. We're off to a rocky start. This is a fucking guitar torture chamber. Good drums, though. This is the least inspiring song called High Hopes I've ever heard. I've only heard two in recent memory. The other one was fucking Brendan Urie. I mean, if you're a big fan of lo-fi, I could see you liking this, but yeah, no. That is the driest, most boring R&B song I think I've heard all year. That was so incredibly boring. I'm gonna give that the red headphones. What the fuck, man? That's terrible. That's some back to the drawing board level of boredom. Like, good God. That was so dead that it actually felt fake. I'm dead serious. Like, that was so boring. Wow. I cannot stop complaining. Next song we got Nitrous. Last song before I end part one, Nitrous. Alright. Let's see how this turns into a generic lo-fi beat. Me. I've never been so bored by watery production before. I actually need to listen to some other... Like, if I don't listen to another song and rediscover my joy for music, I think I'm actually going to go insane. Because there's actually nothing here of anything that I'm getting. Because I don't have a comparison. It's broken me. I'm so bored. Yeah, see, I feel something with this track, man. And even for a comparison, R&B, what's some good R&B? Bro, The fucking Weeknd. I was listening to The Weeknd literally before I got into this album. What even are these cuts, man? This is actually, I would never want to listen to this ever again. I'm so goddamn bored. Like, this doesn't have a fucking... Speaking of The Weeknd, it's a nice impression. Alright. Right headphones. I'm done. No. Joji, that was awful. Nitrous is like, quite literally, you might as well just call it like sedative. It's like a horse tranquilizer. This shit is so boring. I don't even want to keep going. Like, that was terrible. There's literally the only good songs so far here are the singles. Daylight was a single. Run was a single. Gimme Love was a single. And everything else has been just padded out, really boring filler. And a lot of people like that. A lot of people like the lo-fi. Hello, my name is Gwendolf, the Wrong Opinion Fairy, and my job is to correct the opinions that have changed throughout the multiple listens of this album. Joji Nectar has actually grown on me a little bit, and I have a couple of opinions that need to change. First of all, the first three songs over here, I'm going to be changing all of them from Shrug to Smiley Ball. There's something about Joji's style that I haven't really recognized that I feel like multiple listens really started to open me up to. What he was doing does sound actually insanely good in the background. There's something about it that's just negative emotions and just this weird bed of them for these first three tracks that really worked for me. But it's not just the first three tracks. In fact, I'm actually saying that the three singles here, Gimme Love, Run, and Sanctuary, I actually think they've grown on me even further. All three of them. Gimme Love and Sanctuary are both songs that I would actually consider also to be some of the best songs of the year, which actually surprised me considering it's goddamn Joji. And those last two songs that I actually called complete dog shit, I had a complete change of... I'm just kidding, you guys. Those songs suck. Absolute trash. Dog shit. Get the hell out of here. Peace out, you guys. I've done my job. You know, he's doing it better. But then also listen to a song like No Fun. You know, like Joji No Fun. It's an actual interesting instrumental. And then his drained performance actually makes sense here. They don't need no more fun. See, No Fun was definitely one of the best songs off of his Ballads album because it had life to it while simultaneously having zero life to it. Man, he is literally singing about how his friends are no fun, and he sounds like actually like likable here. There's something to pull and grab onto, but I still think that just Joji has improved his production, but he has not improved himself one bit. And I think that's what holds this back a lot. In this part one, this first half of this album, I feel like I've already kind of gotten everything there is to get out of this hour-long experience. But I will still go into the next tracks, hopeful. Anyways, that's the end of part one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you subscribe. I do apologize if I didn't, kiss ass this time around, but... there's always a second part, and I'll keep an open mind moving forward. Alright, you guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in part 2.